Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my viewers. This is BCK Ojiako of Wangele Voice TV. I want to talk about the pains and sufferings Ibos passed through just landing in Lagos and Abuja from abroad. There is no known international airport in the East except Port Harcourt International Airport. So all the Ibos, they pass through hell when they land in Lagos or Abuja. They go to hotel. The average rate of hotel room is about 35 to 45,000 naira. If you come with your family, you know how much that's going to be. Then you take another flight from Lagos Abuja to the east. If you get to the east or you get to Port Harcourt, going to Owerri, you meet up to 60 to 70 roadblocks, stopping you intermittently and searching you, destroying your luggage, abusing your luggage, then until you get to your place. If you're traveling from Port Harcourt to Onitsha, you encounter up to 100 checkpoints. In other states, it's not like that. If you're going from Lagos to Kaduna or Lagos to Abuja, you meet only 3 or 4, 5 roadblocks. So I don't understand why Ibos are subjected to this kind of treatment. Even the airpiece himself is not operating from the east. Yet, some people are still complaining. Ibos are contributing immensely to the economy of Lagos and Abuja. By the time they stay in the hotel, spend money, do everything, taxes are added into the services that they buy. So I don't know why this has to be corrected. East should have at least 1 or 2 known international airports. When you're traveling, if you're coming back home from abroad, you land in your town and you just walk into your house like other Nigerians do. A Lagosian lands in Lagos airport and just take over to his house straight. Somebody in Kaduna, somebody in Abuja, the same thing. Ibos deserve more than this. I'm only saying this to bring to the knowledge of everybody to know what the Ibos are passing through. I don't want to talk too much. There's a video I will show. Somebody in that video says it all. I don't want to say anything. Please watch this video. Thank you very much. My viewers, I beg of you, subscribe, comment, like, please, and share my video. Thank you very much.
Somebody who owns a business, a private enterprise, who decided on the dress code of his staff will become a very serious issue in a country like Nigeria. And to be specific, if you go to the Northern Forum, you will not even hear a word about this being, trending in the Northern Forum. But obviously, there's always a place where these things come from. Now, think about this way. I always want to see things from a different perspective. We from the southeast of Nigeria, anytime we travel, we either have to land in Lagos or Abuja. Has anybody thought about the economic implications of our landing in any of these two sites? 1, we fly with 23 kg times 2 plus 8 kg hand luggage. When we come into Lagos, we then have to go to the local airport. And the local airport will tell us that we are only allowed 20 kg. Do the mathematics for yourself and see how much extra we pay to be in Lagos. Most of the time when we land, we have to stay in a hotel in Lagos. We spend money. Some of us will have to book 2-3 rooms at minimum 35,000 to 45,000 a night. If you do the mathematics times 3 rooms, you will find out how much 45,000 times 3 is, plus the extra money we pay for hand luggage. And then, on top of that, we still have to fly domestic flights. If we come back with our 4 children minimum, so wife, husband, 4 children, 6, then we pay 158,000 naira to fly from Lagos to Port Harcourt or to Enugu. Do the mathematics. All this goes into the economy of Lagos or Abuja. How much then comes into the economy of the Southeast from the money we have suffered and made? That is not the end of it. When we fly into Port Harcourt, we then have the challenge of going from Port Harcourt to Owerri or to Aba or to Onitsha. We are faced with over 56, I counted it, from Port Harcourt to to Owerri, I counted 56 checkpoints. And at each of these checkpoints, we have to conceal our luggages, remove the tag, do something. Most of them, we pay an average of 500 naira to 1,000 naira bribe to be able to go across this place for doing nothing, for just being a citizen of Nigeria. Some places, when you get there, there are like 7 checkpoints. You have the police, you have the army, you have the red beret people. I don't know what sort of special police that is. You have the VEO, you have the vehicle license people, you have the road safety corps. You even have one group that was between River State and Imo State, Owerri. They are dressed like kidnappers. They have their shrine in the middle of the road, and they have knives on them, and then they stop you and demand money. I don't know what to call that one. When I inquired, they are one sort of vigilante group within the River State axis. This is the challenge we face. If you then commit a capital crime of going from Lagos to the east by road, you are guaranteed to spend an average 8 to 10 hours, be harassed by the thousands of police checkpoints before you get to Onitsha or Enugu. So when people talk about airpeace, just wearing Isiago, do they understand that even the airpeace himself, who happens to be an Igbo man, runs his business from Lagos, probably again from Abuja? He doesn't run his business from the east. So we from the east have to pay, we go through pain and suffering just to land in Lagos or Abuja. Do the mathematics of what I've told you. You see that an average Igbo man that flies from London, before he gets to the southeast into his house, he would have spent close to 600 pounds just to fly into Nigeria and get into his house. So when these hate people, when these haters and these bigots talk on people like Reno and all the rest of them, talk rubbish about Isiago, let us be very careful, because the pain that we go through in the southeast, none of you go through it. You do not understand our pain. So somebody's running his private business, but you now want to tell him how the dress code for his staff. Sometimes I don't think you guys really understand what it means to be Igbo in that country called Nigeria. You do not. And it is very painful that some educated, so-called educated people are in this saga. I've read numerous nonsensical comments on Twitter and all the rest, led by this recalcitrant called Reno. But having said that, all I would appeal to airpeace is to remember that Enugu has an airport. We would equally want to fly, land in Enugu, or any of the airports in the southeast and go into our houses without having to pay all the amount of money I mentioned. My friend stayed in a service apartment somewhere in Lagos, and he paid 150,000 a night. Just landing in Lagos, 150,000 for service apartment, then the next morning he has to pay all his local flights to get down to the east. Sometimes you people don't understand the pain of being Igbo. And besides, Isiago is not even a traditional attire that a woman in Igbo land should wear. Isiago is meant for the men. The women go with their two-piece wrapper or any other type of wear. What if he decides to give them two-piece wrapper? What will happen? What will happen? If you guys are so angry, why don't you set up your own airport and even your own plane or airline and do what address any way you want, as long as the price is cheap, as long as the price is okay. The Igbo man will patronize you. The Igbo people we don't hate you. We don't hate anybody. We patronize every business as long as the satisfaction, the customer service is there. What is this hate all about? Somebody would ask, what is this hate all about? You guys should just wear the thinking cap of maturity. If we want to be a nation, let us be a nation. If you guys hate us so much, why are you even struggling to keep us in Nigeria? Why? Why don't you then let the Southeast go? And let us compare records in the next 10, 20 years. Who will be more developed and who will be more advanced? What is all this hate all about? You don't like a people, but you want to be in the same country with them. You seize their property. Look at the nonsense comment made by Nwike, talking about how he dealt with the Ibos. And all of you kept quiet. You enjoy this hatred and wickedness and evil against the people who have done nothing to you, apart from being Nigerians. Some of you need to take a deep thought, a deep reflection, and think about what your actions. It's not a must to belong to the same place. If you hate them so much, let them go then. Let them go. They've invested everything they have in your place. They've come there, they've done business, they've helped you develop your economy. What have you done in the East?